LEGO Star Wars buildable figure review. Today I'm going to do something very different I've never done in a video before. I'm going to be taking a look at 3 figures or 3 sets in one whole video. I'm doing this because it's a little experiment and I want to try it maybe for future videos with looking at pretty much a set that looks these three sets pretty much look exactly the same. They have a lot, not exactly the same, but they have a lot of similarities, but they also have differences at the same time, and I don't want to waste time, putting out a video each week that had basically we're looking at the same figure. So I want to look at all 3 of them in one review to make things interesting. Starting with the right, they're going for sets. This is set number 75531, the Stormtrooper Commander. It contains 100 pieces. In the middle, I do not own the box for this set, but it's the Imperial Death Trooper. It's set number 75121. It comes with 106 pieces and also retails for $25 in the US. And then on the left, we have the set number 75523, the Scarif Stormtrooper, which contains 89 pieces and also retails for $25. So yeah, hopefully this review will go well. I'll try my best to capture everything with the figures. We're going to take a look at them in a moment, but first, let's take a look at the box, how the box is. Okay, so I want to take a look at the boxes real quick. Like I said, I do not own the Death Trooper box, but we have the Stormtrooper here. Looks like he's standing around the Death Star, kind of waiting around for something to happen, and the Scarif Trooper already has something going on when he looks like he's in battle, about to be shot at. So that's pretty cool, and I already went over the set details and everything like that. We have the buildable figures logo on the bottom. On the top of both the boxes, we have the actual size of the helmets, and on the side, we have the figures posing, like we pretty much see in every other set. That's pretty cool, on the side. And on the back, we had the play features and some kind of other advertising, mainly with the Scarif Trooper, not the Stormtrooper. These 2 sets are the only ones in this review that came out last year. This guy came out in the spring, this one came out in the summer, and the Death Trooper came out in 2016 with the first wave of Rogue One figures. So yeah, now let's take a look at all 3 of the figures. Alrighty, Roo. So here we have all 3 of the figures together. We have the Stormtrooper, Death Trooper, and Scarif Trooper. Now, going into the similarities, that's what I'm going to do here. It's a big part of this review, why I wanted to do this and have all 3 of them together in the first place. They are different and they're unique in some of their own aspects. We'll go into details after we look at the similarities and differences, mainly the differences. We'll look at the details of each one of them. But they basically have the same posability. Death Trooper is a bit taller and he has some longer bone pieces, like for his legs and his lower arms. But the Stormtrooper and Scarif Trooper, I get my troopers mixed up all the time now. They are basically the same height, same build, but they have a couple differences. Like I said, they have the same range of posability with moving the arms forward and back and tilting side to side. Same with the legs, you kind of get 360 degrees in their feet and move their legs forward and back to side to side, and the calf pieces kind of restrict that sometimes. The Scarif Trooper has a little skirt. We'll take a look at that also. But they have using the same kind of weapons, but they're built completely differently pretty much, but they use the same kind of piece. The Death Trooper has a little pistol on his left calf there. So yeah. 2 of them have pauldrons. Scarif Trooper doesn't, so it kind of makes it different, but they come with extra ones in the sets that, both of those sets, so that's pretty cool. What else? I'm trying to think. They basically use the same pieces, but they're in different colors. You can obviously tell. The helmets are very different from one another. That's, of course, another unique aspect of each one of them. Looking at their backs, Stormtrooper can put his gun on his back. Death Trooper cannot. And the same goes for the Scarif Trooper, but they have using the back of like a Hero Factory chest piece right there. And they also had just a very similar detail. I understand why LEGO makes them very similar, because they're part of the same army. If they made them completely different, then that would have been, it's kind of like, it's like they didn't belong together or any kind of like in a battle fighting together. But I completely understand. It's part of accuracy and everything else. That's why I said I want to review all these figures in one whole review. So one thing I want to take a look, I guess that's pretty much it for all these similarities. We'll go into details now. Let's move the Scarif Trooper and Death Trooper off to the side so we can take a look at the Stormtrooper first. First, I have to say, he's pretty cool. Stormtroopers are very iconic for Star Wars, as they were there since the beginning. The Scarif Trooper and his Death Trooper showed up pretty recently for Star Wars. But the Stormtrooper Commander has the orange pauldron, kind of like a commando, I believe. Yeah, so that's obviously what it is meant for. The helmet mold is incredible, but the posability for the helmet can kind of be hard to move. You don't have too much range of looking up. It's barely noticeable, excuse me. So yeah, we kind of get some here and there. The gun is very cool. This axle sticking out on the side, you can put that on his back, like I said earlier. For chest printing, let's move him holding the gun right there. Pretty generic and simple, nothing too much going on. So I appreciate it. It's pretty cool. Very similar to the First Order Stormtrooper, but I like it nonetheless. A kind of main thing, if you want to buy a whole bunch of the Stormtrooper commanders, you can just make a regular Stormtrooper, because you can take the pauldron off and modify the gun a bit, and you make a regular Stormtrooper where he has the smaller gun and you still put it on his back as he has the axle sticking out. I think that's very cool. You know, if you make a whole army build. I bought another one for videos, but I thought it was very cool. I like having 2 of them here. I like that a lot if you want to make a custom one. So that's very cool. For any other kind of noticeable detail for the Stormtrooper, I don't really, like I said, I talked about the back here, this they have in the movies, everything else. I don't think I'm going to put the gun in its back, but you guys get the idea of it. So that's pretty much it for the Stormtrooper Commander. Now we'll move him off to the side, and let's take a look at the Death Trooper, who's probably, he's pretty cool. I mean, his color scheme is very bland, but it's, like I said, part of accuracy and everything else. But if Lego made this by himself, it wasn't from like any kind of licensed kind of movie or anything else, it would have been kind of weird. We have a little Prince of Persia or Captain America's Wakanda shield from the system. It's a system piece with a little knife. I guess it's supposed to be like kind of like a little, I don't know, kind of contact system. I don't know what's supposed to be, but it's just there for detail. We have some printing on the Star Wars piece right here. Kind of hard to see. This figure's been through a lot, but kind of can tell. If I can zoom up a little. There we go. It's minor printing there, but very cool. The helmet is a very nice mold. It's 2 different molds. You have the top, which you see the green visor inside, which is a complete different other mold piece, and then that looks so weird taking the head off. But you can see 2 different color molds. The helmet detail is incredible, as always, as they never really let us down about that. And the Death Trooper has the black pauldron. You get another one with the figure, so if you want to give it to another trooper, like the Scarif Trooper or someone else, there you go. The gun, you guys know how the spring-loaded shooters work. I didn't really go over with the Stormtrooper just now, but yeah, this guy has it. It comes up pretty easily. Well, actually, no, sometimes, but they have it on sometimes on that part of the gun. But of course, when you hit this back, spring-loaded shooter flies out, and you have another one on hand, and a pretty nice, simple build for the gun. And he has an extra weapon, which is a pistol, like I mentioned earlier. It's on the calf. You take that off, or have it on if you want to have him on him. And on his chest, printing, pretty cool, pretty simple. You guys get the idea. And nothing really going on the back, like I mentioned earlier. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the Death Trooper. And last but not least, we have, like, get him, the Scarif Trooper, who's pretty much my favorite out of 3 of these. I love the Stormtrooper and Death Trooper, but this guy has some nice recolored pieces, the sand pieces, so we mainly got with Grievous. I like this guy a lot. His gun build is pretty unique. He's got like a little light on the side here. He's got actually a stud shooter there and a spring-loaded shooter as before. Kind of different build. I like that a lot. I showed this earlier, I believe, with the printing on these pieces. Really like that. Boba Fett had the same. He has a little skirt, which you get an extra one, which I don't think you'll need that for any other trooper, but if you actually lose this or want to take it off, it's optional also, so it doesn't look bad without it, but it looks, I think it's pretty cool. It's not like a fabric kind of piece, it's really just plastic. The chest printing, very cool. A little bit of detail. I like the kind of, not dark blue, but kind of like a medium blue kind of color. I like the printing on the shell piece here. I like that a lot. Nothing on the other side, but that's a recolor too. Yeah, the red, and this is a recolor with printing on it, which should really have this printing on it, but it still looks cool nonetheless. And there's quite a few different recolors for pretty much, I don't think these feet are, no, I don't believe so, maybe. That's not a recolor, but the printing is new. That's a recolor, that's a recolor. No, actually, maybe, yeah, it might be. I'm not sure as of right now. Recolor, recolor, recolor. A lot of recolors with this figure, and I believe it's on the back right, those 2 pieces. That's not as I came with Grievous, and sorry about that. I got a little notification. That's pretty much it with him. Oh, the helmet, how can I not forget? This helmet is, looks like you see some battle damage on it. Here, I'll show it far away. There we go. Very cool. I like that a lot. Just a little detail that goes inside of it. K2SO probably has my favorite detailing. Like you see, it's so small in the front there, but K2SO has so much more detail as small as that all around him. But this is really cool. I like the symbol right there and all around the head. And then the visor, very cool. This is all one mold, I believe, and it's really, really cool. I like this a lot. Overall, that's pretty much it for the 3 figures, and I like them a lot. I guess I'll get out the boxes, so I'll have to record my last segment, but I thought this was a good idea to review all 3 of these figures in one whole review, so I don't have to, like I said, waste my time making 3 separate videos for just reviewing a figure that's the same in many ways, and I hope you guys can agree with me on that statement. But thank you all for watching. Let me know what you guys think of these sets in the comment section down below. Next time we'll be reviewing the Scout Trooper, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and adios.